A very good day to you. I'm Hank Gross, MidHudsonNews.com. It's Wednesday, August 23rd. The news today brought to you by the Galleria at Crystal Run. An armed Poughkeepsie City resident who was shot by police on Sunday night after pointing a gun at officers has been charged with 2 felonies. Poughkeepsie Police Chief Tom Pape said that a city dispatcher received a report of a man with a gun in his waistband walking around Main Street, yelling at people at around 8 p.m. The officers were provided with a description of the suspect, now identified as 37-year-old Leopoldo Duarte Palacio, and located him in the area of 622 Main Street, where several people were dining outside at a restaurant. Officers made contact with the man, says the chief.
A struggle ensued. During that struggle, the perpetrator pulled out a weapon, pointed it at one of the officers, and a second officer on scene discharged his weapon to neutralize the threat.
The suspect was taken to the hospital and later remanded to the Dutchess County Jail on bail. The first ever nonstop flight from the Faroe Islands to the United States arrived Tuesday evening at New York Stewart International Airport. It was Atlantic Airways' inaugural flight between the remote islands in the North Atlantic and New York. Airline CEO Johanna Berge says they had planned on providing the service years ago, before the pandemic.
We were planning to do it before COVID, and then COVID came, and then we have been putting a lot of efforts getting all the licenses and all these things in place with good help from people here. And now we put it on sales very late in the end of May, so we only have had like a 3-month period of selling. Okay. So definitely we will use this as an experience, and then we will do it even better next year.
Weekly service will be conducted from Tuesday to September 20th. Fire at a solid waste sorting facility at the Orange County Transfer Station in New Hampton yesterday kept firefighters from 12 departments busy, putting out trash fire inside the 100 by 150-foot building. Deputy Goshen Fire Chief Danny Graham says they determined the cause of the fire.
One of the trailers or dumpsters that was dumped had a quantity of butane lighters in the trash, and when the backhoe or the machine was using the claw to separate the material, it actually ruptured some of the contents of that, which caused the fire and ignited the rest of the material around it.
One fire hydrant at the site was inoperable, so firefighters had to truck water in to douse the fire that kept the volunteers busy for over an hour. What appears to be a gang-related incident, gunfire was exchanged shortly after 11 a.m. on Tuesday on Forest Road and Hamilton Road, not far from the high school in the village of Monticello. According to village police, a man driving on Forestburg Road stopped, got out of his vehicle, and exchanged gunfire with other persons who were along the shoulder of the north side of Forest Road. Several shell casings were recovered at the scene. No one appeared to have been injured. More news right after this.
Find over 100 retailers allowing you to spend hours shopping safely at the Galleria at Crystal Run. Enjoy the big brands and the diverse selection of family-owned stores all in one location. The Galleria at Crystal Run offers dining options for everyone with Fuji 110 Grill, Allen's Mediterranean Grill, and Peru Cuisine. Discover the Mid-Hudson Valley's premier shopping, dining, and entertainment destination, the Galleria at Crystal Run. For more information, follow us on Instagram, Facebook, or visit GalleriaCrystalRun.com.
City police in Beacon broke up a knife fight in the middle of Teller Avenue around 5 in the afternoon on Monday. No one was reported injured. When police arrived on the scene, they found 3 men fighting. One was holding a knife in each hand. Officers quickly confronted the men, de-escalated the situation, and took control of the men, preventing further violence. A search of a second man revealed he too had a knife that he was wielding. Investigation led to the arrest of 21-year-old Devon Hamlet and 25-year-old Cameron Shorey, both of Beacon. Each was charged with disorderly conduct and criminal possession of a weapon. They were processed and released pending arraignment. The third man was released without charges. A caller from the State Farm Insurance Office on Route 17K in the town of Newburgh helped police capture a man who had broken into a law office next door. The incident occurred Monday morning. Town police received a call from the insurance office at around 8:20 to report he had reviewed videotape and noticed a suspect who tried to break into his building by kicking the door several times. He then told police the suspect was breaking into the building next door, which houses the Martini Law offices. Police dispatched K-9 Officer Thompson with K-9 Durick, and the pair located the suspect and took him into custody. 44-year-old Samuel Espada of Harriman was arrested and charged with criminal mischief and criminal trespass. He also had a warrant out of the city of Middletown. As per the state's bail reform law, an appearance ticket was issued on the town of Newburgh charges, and the city of Middletown issued an appearance ticket for the warrant. Espada was released from custody with a return court date. The organization, A Single Bite, has been providing meals for families in need, a service that has dramatically expanded when COVID-19 struck and local families struggled to put food on the table. With the state's lockdown orders, chefs and volunteers prepared and delivered more than 50,000 free meals. On Tuesday, the organization said thank you to the more than 35 active volunteers who deliver meals, but Executive Director Audrey Garrow says they could use more help.
For those folks who are interested in volunteering for A Single Bite or supporting us, we are not-for-profit, and donations from individuals is how we keep going. You can look us up at asinglebite.org.
A Single Bite is supported through locally based Foster Supply Hospitality and works in partnership with school districts, food pantries, and other community programs to identify households where the delivery of prepared meals will help alleviate food insecurity. I'm Hank Gross, MidHudsonNews.com. The news today is brought to you by the Galleria at Crystal Run.